What's up, guys? Taking me a minute to get all this stuff ready, but whatever. I'm trying to hop in on my home live and all that good stuff. And now I got freaking what's going on. So, maybe I can click that. Apparently TikTok's got like a weird glitch because my phone crashed out, or my computer crashed out. Alright, so what we're doing is we're going to be working on, I don't know, several different things. I got lots of stuff to do. Let's leave this real quick. Let's go to YouTube. Pop in on YouTube. So I can say what you guys there. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so we got RG400 to do here. I got more RG400 to do right here. I got more RG400 to do right here. This is a different RG400. All this stuff over here is kind of just in my way. I don't need to do that. Not right now, at least. I won't be doing some stuff with it shortly, but not now. It's a bunch of Nutrex and stuff and some Mogami cable. For the guys that know what that is, you'll understand what I'm saying. For the guys that don't know, it's just really nice wire. Let's just call it that for audio stuff. Don't have time for that right now. I got plenty more work to do. Lots of work to do, actually. I haven't been able to finish some of my personal projects. And that's probably going to continue for the next little bit because I got several trips I got planned. Hopefully it won't go too long because I want to try to get some stuff done. Alright, so I've got two wires done from the other job. I've got some LC connectors and I got some DIN connectors out right now, but I have no need for them right now. Let me put them up. I'll put one of these LCs up here. I've got RG218 if anybody's looking for it. So that's a longer one. This needs to get split. I've got it marked as a split. This one right here is a jumper right here. And so is this one. There's two jumpers right here. They're just sitting there. I don't know why I did it that way, but that's weird. Whatever. And then this is just another jumper right here. So I have two of these. I don't really know why I have this one. Then it covers, then I need this one here. And then I also need, technically just two of these. What is this, a long one? We'll do this one then. So, technically I need short. Let me set this over here. And then I need split. And then I need long, and two more shorts. And that'll cover that order. After that, I've got to build one split feed, two split feed, actually 4 split feeds. Where's my? I'm missing some parts. Hold on a second. Let me find something. Goodness. Am I just blind? Where's my stuff at? Oh, I moved it. Oh, wow, I'm running low. I need to get some more of those. So then I got 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 split feeds right there. That covers these right here. So those got to get done. Then I've got 5, 6, 7 split feeds, 7, and then I'll be caught up on split feeds. And then I'm probably well over 1,000 foot of wire right now. But for now, we're going to focus on the stuff that I need to focus on. This needs to be done. So this is going to get complete. I'll get it done, or at least get part of it done on live, and the rest of it I'll get done afterward. What's up, 301? Hope you're doing well, man. Hello, guys on TikTok. Hope you guys are doing well. So, yeah, it's been a minute since I was live. It's really hard for me to get out here and get this stuff done. It's just part of it. I was trying to do a different live on Monday, and it just didn't work. I cleaned up the lens real quick for both of you guys. Don't always know if the lens is dirty, but like to start fresh and see if it's going to work pretty good. So I think we'll work right here. Turn this right here. I'll be working on this platform right here. So I'm going to get one end done here, 2, 3 ends done right here, 4 ends done right here. So I'm just going to do this side, and then I'll get that finished. I might go ahead and do a 5th end here shortly, but that's what I got to get done. I'm going to cut 2 pucks real quick. I don't know how the heck I'm going to get you guys to see that. I think I'm going to do this. Let me just try this. So let me zoom. All my junk over there, I don't care. I will cry about it later. My whole bench is a wreck. So I'll cut 2 pieces real quick. Alright, so let me rotate this around. Rotate this up. Ooh, that's risky. So let me go cut some Teflon real quick, guys. Well, give me a second. So, zoom. So I'm gonna work over here and cut this real quick. Give me just a few minutes, and then I'll be right back over here. All right, you guys can see what I'm doing. You guys won't be able to hear me very well, but just give me just a minute. It's a little much. Just a second. What's up, guys? Hope you guys are doing well. Hello, TikTok. Hello, Facebook. Alright, so you guys can see what I'm doing. I'm not doing nothing crazy special, but we're getting some machining work done. I've got to measure this real quick. I'm going to do this work regardless of whether you guys see it or not, so so I am stuck, like I said, doing this work whether you guys are watching me do this work or not. So I'm going to at least do it. You guys might can hang out with me for a little bit. If you guys enjoy that, cool. If you do not, I apologize. Sorry, I'm straightening out my punch real quick. Close enough, good enough there. So, I'll mark it for center, what I'm doing. Now I know where to drill. I've got to get a caliper. See if I got one of those over here. Don't like it. Whatever. Let me see how it looks. If this looks like crap, I'm starting over because these things are off-centered as piss. So, let's rotate you guys around back to the bench so you guys can see what's going on. Okay, turn the Facebook camera around. Let me check and see. Alright, so that is TikTok, that's Facebook. Can you guys see what's going on? Alright, here we go. So, again, this is not straight. Unfortunately, it's just part of it. Pisses me off. I did all that work, I chamfered all my holes. You can see my chamfer right there. But my hole is off-centered right now. But it really does not matter, especially for what I'm charging for this. I need to just do it. Because this customer is expecting this product today. Not today, but I'm supposed to ship it out today at least. So I'm going to do my best to do out the door like I told him I would. It does mean, unfortunately, that when you make a mistake and the hole's not perfectly centered, I thought I had it centered, but I think it walked on me is what happened. But I don't know. I did not look that far out of center whenever I first drilled the hole. Whatever. You might can hear the bad weather coming in, guys. Alright, so that's covered. We're done with that. Hello, hope you guys are doing well on TikTok and on Facebook. I know, right? Whatever. He stole some other terms. Whatever. I'll use this. I'll use it without reservations. I will not use it with what do you call it? Reference to that individual, at least. He can whatever, do his own crap. It is funny though. I thought of it when I said it. Alright, let's cut this real quick. Gotta get some rain out of here. I've got entirely too much stuff to do, so my choices are limited. This is not ever going to fail at the level that I'm putting it at, so I'm not that worried about it. So I need, let me grab two of these. Hang on. I did get a little ahead of myself there. Let me grab two of these. We want Quanta, I'm pretty sure. Bad thing is I gotta go look back at my messages, and maybe I'll be able to see. Really? Sorry, I'm trying to get in here real quick, see if I can get this loaded. I need to figure out what, this customer ordered something, so I gotta get what they ordered. Anybody got any questions on TikTok, feel free to ask. It does not hurt my feelings. I asked for terminal size from this gentleman. That one. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. Do that. You hear all that rain coming in? What's the weather like where you guys are at? Oh yeah, y'all are cool. Luckily this one's not a mistake. It's just an off-centered hole. This is a spacer, a piece of dielectric, and if you look at the hole, it's not perfectly centered in the middle. And that just irritates me, but it doesn't matter for this at all. Especially at the power level it's going to be at. Okay, cool, I got the outlets. So I got what I needed. So these are going down here. I'll let you guys see a little bit lower. We're going to go down to that vise for just a few minutes. A lot of rain. It don't matter, I'm still working. Yeah, this is going to handle like 6,000 peak, so it will handle that all day long with no problems, and then some. So it will be fine. that. And now let me think about this. This needs to be here. This needs to be there. Yeah, I'll do it this way. I love being in the shop. It's awesome. Ain't gotta worry about the weather. Ain't gotta worry about none of that stuff. It is great. So, right now it's literally raining buckets outside and I'm not concerned about it in the least. Sorry for bumping you guys. Give me just a second. I gotta figure out the height of this real quick. In just a few seconds, once I get it a little closer, mock it up and see what it looks like. There are some things you want to get particular with and other things that don't matter at all. This is not a crimp connection for anybody who doesn't understand what I'm doing and hasn't seen me do this before. It's not a crimp. So don't be considered it and thinking that I'm trying to crimp something. It's not what I'm doing. I almost bought a press. I haven't bought one yet, but I came so close to buying one. Mainly, the biggest reason is I can't get the Harbor Freight in time. If I could order something and ship it here, I might would just do it. Because I could get a press for some of my bigger jobs, and then you guys can see me do it fancy. Not that it matters, but I could get it. Let me kill this real quick so I can say hello to you guys. No rain in Illinois, upper 80s. Look at that. Hello, YouTube land. TikTok, if you guys got questions, feel free to ask. I can't see what you guys can see, but I'm just knocking this stuff down real quick. You'll see me solder it on in just a minute. One more terminal, and then it's hiding somewhere from me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I need to grab another one. 6, 7, 8. I needed 8 terminals, not nothing. Alright, so I don't need that one. I need this one next. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Kevin? What's up, everybody else hopping in and out on TikTok? Yeah, YouTube was going nuts last time I was live, but the problem is I just couldn't go live again. It's just been too freaking busy. I don't think I can express how hard it is right now with me trying to get all the stuff done that I am to go live. Like, I've got to, and keep it interesting, that is. I mean, technically you guys could sit here and watch me for an hour doing orders and stuff, and then working out shipments, and then doing organization and figuring out whose stuff is what, and then messaging the customers back and making sure it's the way they want it and all that crap. several custom builds. We're building about, I think, 350, 450, 550, I think 550 at least foot of 7/8, maybe 650, I can't remember. Then I have probably 500 foot plus of 1/2 inch flex to do. And then probably around 100 and something foot of RG400 to do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 RG400 jumpers. I have 4, I think, or either 3 1/2 inch flex jumpers to do. And then I said I have 7 split feeds to do. I have several custom brackets that I got to get done. Whole bird meter setup that's going to be going out super soon. It'll be a custom rack mounted bird with the big line section. It'll be going out as soon as I can get some more terminals. I got to get some different size terminals, and they didn't show up in time. Apparently the company I ordered from was too worried about 25 terminals that I ordered, and was delaying my entire shipment over 25 terminals. So now I'm waiting another, I don't know, 2-3 days on my shipment, because they were didn't have enough wherewithal just to go ahead and ship. Now, that was frustrating, but it's just part of it. Stuff happens. I mean, you can't. Shipping is probably the most annoying thing to deal with for me. Let me get this up higher real quick so you guys can see on YouTube and Facebook land. TikTok, let me scoot you guys over here so you guys can see what's going on. I am going to probably change up the microphone I use here pretty soon. I think I'm going to use 2 different Bluetooths and on 2 different phones and do it that way. I would have did it today, but I'm 3 hours late starting the live, or 2 hours late starting the live. Really, what time is it now? No, I'm 3 hours late. And there's a lot of stuff I got to get done today, so my audio quality will have to suffer a little bit. So I do apologize for that in advance. I'm not trying to mess you guys up, but at the end of the day, it's really, this is about me finishing these jobs and getting them done in a timely manner. If I can go live while I'm doing it, I will do it. Just because that's what keeps me. I mean, I gotta build it anyway, but I can't let me going live hinder my business. I can't let it stop me from getting the work done I need to get done. And that it's easy. It can happen. Just got to be careful with it. I don't want to use this anymore. This is not the right stuff for this particular size wire. It's just too big. So you can see how it kind of spilled over. Not that it matters or was a big deal or anything. It's just get off my hand. Thank you. Unfortunately, I had a piece of slag just hit my hand, and that hurt. Rarely do I complain too much about that stuff, but that one sucked because it got stuck there and stayed. Usually it bounces off. Alright, next. See how hot it is. Going pretty decent. Flip this sugar over. 1, 2, 3. That will probably be too hot to touch. So 4. Whatever, not too bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. Definitely kind of hot. Let's zoom in on TikTok, let you guys see what I'm doing. And let's zoom in on Facebook so you guys can see what's going on. 305, waving a hand, man. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, the rain seems like it's maybe letting off. We'll see if it starts coming back in with a vengeance, so I don't know. Let me just do the back side of these. Oh, I already did this one. Sneaky little booger. My piezoelectric igniter failed. The clicky clicky. Nah, it's still thundering outside. And what I'm doing here, I'm giving this connection the best impedance path that I possibly can give it. It is not a mechanical connection. It's not designed or made to be strong. So anybody trying to use this stuff to hold an entire coax up, absolutely terrible idea. Don't do it. It's not why I make these or how I make these. All right. Cool. So next, one. Over we go and down, something like this. Waving a hand from Oklahoma, 9-pound hammer. Hope you're doing well, man. You guys on TikTok, you want to pop your handle out there and just say hello, you feel free to say hello. Are those grounding straps? No, they are not grounding straps. They are, I guess, technically connecting straps is what they will be. Give me just a second, and I'll have this lined up so you guys can see what's going on. Oh, I just put my daggum wrenches up, didn't I? Maybe I got one in my toolbox. Let me grab it real quick. I got one of my... I've got, of course, a bunch of toolboxes. What I'm speaking on is the toolbox right below me now. Did not have one, but luckily my big toolbox is only a couple steps away, so I'm not that concerned about it. Sorry, I'm not trying to keep you guys out of this, but give me just a second. So what I'm doing is putting this together, getting this all set up. This is too. The problem with Teflon, it's got a very low friction coefficient, so I got to get down here and try to grab the piss out of it while I'm doing this. So it's kind of puts me in a pickle because I'm in a weird spot trying to tighten it up. Alright, it's covered. Next, here, this one, there. If I need to get another tool, I've got that over here. Give me just a second. Let me zoom this out real quick so you guys can see better. And let me zoom this out so you guys can see better. You guys can see what's happening real quick. That's the annoying thing about cleaning up. You clean up and you realize you need the wrenches you just cleaned up. So, whatever. It's just part of it. Split feed is finished. This has got the connections it needs to hook up where it needs to go. So that's how this sets up and works. So you've got basically just connection points that you can go to. Whatever you need to attach to, that's how it sets up. Da-da-da-da. Split feed number 1 done. Let's get the number 2 done. You don't see how bad off-centered it is when you look like this, but if you look real close, you can tell that this side's off on the centering. It kind of irritates the piss out of me, but whatever, it's part of it. Any more questions? Jolie, Will, Coda, Tony, Ken, User, Motor, Joseph, James, hope you guys are doing well. User, everybody on Facebook, let me hop over there and say hello to you guys. Hello. So let me get back to work over here. Is Facebook frozen? Anybody have any problems with that? Looks like it's not. Hello YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Sorry I'm not doing a ton of talking, but this is, I mean, it's interesting, but it's not interesting. It's just part of the split feed. It's things I have to get built and put together. Just a second, I gotta get this lined up straight. Dang you. That is not straight by any means. I wonder if it will straighten itself out. That will not work. Nope. So all I'm doing is trying to set the thread straight. So give me just a second to make that happen. There we go. So now I need my 5/8. This is really difficult to hold this thing still, at least from that angle up here. As soon as I get up on the bench, I can't grip it no more. basically having my elbow on that armrest is what gets it for me, I guess. I don't know. As soon as I get this part on here, it won't matter though. Alright. Next is going to be you. Lock that in place. Just a second. Hercules. Not really. You don't Hercules this. You get it tight as you can, but you don't have to go crazy with it. I'm just being a little OCD. Probably not helping my case any by keeping these braids looking pretty. By trying to make everything uniform and straight. Alright, so split feeds are done. These are complete. These are ready to go to their prospective owner. I'm gonna, but yeah, these are good to go. I've got 2 more split feeds to build, a 7/16 DIN and a 7/8 EIA, and then another 7/8 EIA, and then 2 more LCs, but I'm waiting on a bunch of terminals for those. So these will be done. These will go out to the customer. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a box, I guess. Right, I guess this will work. There's gonna be a little bitty box. That was not what I intended to do, but whatever. So pop this lid off right here. We got some fancy foam in here to start with. We'll grab a little bit of bubble wrap, something like this. Put one in there sideways. See if I can get number 2 in there. I was successful. That is done. Ta-da! That was a pretty neat little shipping job. That worked out good. What didn't work out good is my finger. That just burnt. So what I found to be the best method for me is I just cut out the skin that's got burned. Some guys, they'll just let it blister and do whatever, but I have not found that the case to be good for me. If I'm right, cool. If I'm wrong, then whatever. That's what I've always done. I don't know if this is I don't think this is the same measuring, tape gun that I've been using, but I'm going to use it. I actually found the tape gun I was looking for, which is sitting right here. This is the tape gun I like. That's the fancy Uline one or whatever, and this is just regular Home Depot. And I actually like the Home Depot one better than the other, to be honest. Alright, so I'm not running out of tape. I've got to grab some more. I'm actually significantly lower on tape than I thought, so I'm going to do raw heater tape haul real quick. I thought I had more. So when you're shipping stuff out all the time, then sorry guys on, what is that, Facebook and YouTube? Sorry guys. Bumping you guys all around here. That's done. Now it'll actually take a hit. Let's back up. Let's get to work on some RG400. I would get the other split feeds done, but I don't have the parts for them, and they're not here yet, so whatever. Saturday night at the check-in, I am going to try my best to make it, but I probably will not make it early, at least, that is. Wave a hand, Clark. Hope you're doing well. What's up, Scott? Hope you're doing well. So we're working on some RG400 right now. I've got to get caught up so I can get prepped for these big orders that are coming in. But yeah, this is RG400 right here. I need 1, 2, 3 of these. I can use some more, but not right now. I'll just wait. 1, 2, 3 of these. Hope you guys are enjoying the weather. It's raining over here. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to make it back for roll call, but I got to go to Macon on Saturday, so it's going to be kind of a tight trip. Depends on when I can get out the door. But hopefully I'll make it. I was there not last weekend, but the last 3 weekends before that. So, let's do the easy one first. It's not connected to the other two. It's a pretty good angle. I don't mind that. How's your guys' angle? Pretty good. How bad's the rain on the audio? I'm kind of curious because I didn't get around to getting a better mic right now. My other mic is in my it's out of my shot right now. Zoom in a little closer. What's up, Batu? Hope you're doing well. I'll zoom in a little bit for you guys over here so you guys can see what's happening. Follow too, Project. Anthony, thanks for the follow. I appreciate you guys liking and the stream and following what I'm doing. This is coax right here. That's not what I need. That's what I need. Thank you. Appreciate you guys. Got a bunch of you guys in and out on TikTok, but I do appreciate all you guys. If you guys have commented, let's scroll back up and see there's a bunch of people in and out. I don't see any other questions. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. It will not hurt my feelings answering. Hello, YouTube. If you guys have questions, feel free to ask. And hello, Facebook. Next event is going to be happening. Big event is going to be Joliet, Illinois. Hope you guys can make it out there. It's going to be another keynote like in New Orleans. That is the last weekend in July is when it's going to be. All right. Also got a bunch of stuff for sale, but I can't even list it because I'm too busy. So I'll be busy for the next 3 weeks or so, probably 2 weeks or so, depending on how quickly I can get this stuff out the door. As soon as I can get caught up, you guys will see some for sale stuff coming up, or either if I can get some help, one or the other. How about everybody over there? Everybody out there? Is it? What's the weather like where you guys are at? It's pouring down buckets over here. Messages. What do you guys have to say? Well, been a year since you stopped by. Yeah, heck yeah, man. User. Hope you're doing well. Copy that's been a year. Hope you're doing well. Where's my other one at? Normally, this is a little overkill. I probably shouldn't do this. Whatever. No, we're not doing that. Look at that. Feel like coming back to hang out, feel free to come back anytime you want. This is going to be RG400s, what this stuff is right here. Right here. What is that camera? TikTok? So it's dwinsrfsupply.com. So anybody wants to get anything, it is dwinsrfsupply.com. So that's where you can order from. If you want any custom orders, feel free to message me on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook, on whatever. Don't really matter. I don't really care. I will respond to you as much as I can on every platform. If you want to get the fastest response, definitely go to Facebook. That is going to be the easiest and probably best platform for sending messages. I try to respond on the other platforms, but it's hard. Just being quite honest with you. The platforms are not really optimized for business communications. All right, I went in standby real quick. Just a second to reset. Alright, you cannot use microfiber on this. You also have to go a little bit smaller on the solder on this last finishing touch. Not that it really matters, but mainly because I'm a little OCD about it. Just cleaning up and rounding that last little bit of edge. Turned out just fine. Set this over here. Well, I'll set it back here, whatever. It's fine. Got two more to do here. What I typically will do whenever I'm working with these right here is I will go ahead and grab something like this up here. It's all it is just a zip tie. It's nothing special, nothing fancy or anything like that. But while I'm working, it makes life so much easier when I'm flip-flopping around and doing all this other stuff. So go ahead and make sure my parts are on there and locked and in place. I have, hang on a second. Where is it? TikTok? Facebook. I'm going to leave you guys for just a second. Hang on, TikTok. So, we got the bench, we got all the stuff. Yeah. Yeah, we have a bit. I have sockets and all kinds of other stuff over here too. So, sorry for you guys on Facebook and YouTube. Somebody asked something specific on TikTok, so I just answered them. Let's get back to building this real quick. I'm in Georgia. I've got all kinds of stuff. Anything to do that competes with that constitutes an RF supply, that's literally my business. How you doing? M0 OMG from the UK. Hope you're doing well. We are in the United States, in Georgia specifically. If anybody wants anything, like I said, I have, it's dwinzrsupply.com. I do not have everything on the website yet. I'm still getting there. Up until recently, this is a one-man operation, and that is ridiculously hard when you got 1,000 foot of coax to build in a 2-week period. So yeah, it's kind of hard. I got bird, I got all kinds of other stuff, but yeah, you guys, I do not build amps. I am an RF supply company, so I supply the equipment to build anything you would like. It doesn't matter what it is. There's a good chance I either know where to find it or supply it myself. I supply towers, I supply coax, I supply batteries, I supply connectors, I supply clamps for antenna stuff, I supply antenna parts, I will be supplying rotators. I've got at least 20 rotors as of right now. They'll be rolling out over the course of the next 2 or 3 months. I'll be rolling them out and releasing them. I will be drop shipping them from a rotor repair shop, just simply because anything that leaves my shop, anything that leaves my business that I sell as a business, I want it to be tip-top shape, the best it can be. So the last thing I want to do is just sell a bunch of used crap sitting over there, and then somebody put a rotor up, and then one of the bearing seizes right after I get it. Luckily, the individual that I'm dealing with, he is unfortunately far away, but luckily we're making a deal where he can come by over here and get them, and then he will repair them and warranty them through his business. So they will be warranted and repaired and freshened up before they're ever sold. So yeah, that is something that I will be doing. It's gonna probably the end of June they'll be going out, and they'll be getting cycled through from the end of June, so on and so forth. So throughout the fall, I should have at least 5 or 10 of them come up for sale. So anybody wants rotors, be on the lookout. I will have them available soon. Also have tower section. I have RON 45G, RON 45FG. I got RON 25, and I've got some commercial power, Sager 3600. Yeah, I'm trying my best. I'm getting there. You just missed my sale on Heliax by literally about a week. I was 20% off on everything for Memorial Day kind of sale. It's really a birthday sale, to be honest. Yeah, if I ever come up with another sale, I will try to release another one and share the love to you guys if I can. But that's what I'm working on. If anybody wants anything, I do completed harnesses. I sell wire. I do offer distributor discounts. So if anybody wants to go all the way to the level of being a full-out installer or something like that, and you need 1,000 foot of wire, I can do that, and I can offer discounts for large orders. You have to, there's a contract that I got set up for any wholesale account, but I do offer that on a lot of stuff. I got it for my high voltage connectors, my high voltage wire, and I will go ahead and move it over to my EVX division or my hardline, whatever, any type of coax division, really. Any shops or anything like that want to get RG400 for me, I do offer. I will offer bulk discounts on that. I haven't actually offered that yet. The quantities will have to be higher. You're talking about probably close to 1,000. Anything over 1,000 foot, we will start talking about quantity discounts. But yeah, I'm an RF supply company. That's what I do first and foremost. I just happen to be pretty good at building the harnesses and stuff, so a lot of guys get me to do it. I do these videos so that you guys can learn how to do it yourself and continue to purchase from me. Ideally, that would be, I guess, appreciated on my end. There's no obligation to purchase from me. I do these videos for free, but it would be nice. It would be a nice way to give back. I'll show you guys how to put the ends together and stuff, and then you guys just buy the wire from me. I will try to, like I said, I'll try to populate the website more here pretty soon, but as of now, I'm just still in catch-up mode. I actually got caught up, thought I was smart, and then literally the last 2 days of the sale, I had a couple orders and it was fine, and I could have handled that with no problems, and I still would have been good. But then you guys like went nuts the last 2 days of the sale, and then even realistically for the past week after the sale's been over, you guys have been going nuts. So I appreciate the business. I will absolutely continue to build, but yeah. I'm busy, let's just say that much. What is the hardest plug to fit? I would say the hardest plug to fit is going to be, well, you would think it would be this one over here, which is an 1 5/8 EIA flange right here, and you would put that on some 1 5/8 like this. But believe it or not, it's not actually the hardest connector. The hardest connector is if I have some 7/8, which is right here, this size wire right here, and I have, who asked that? Oh, it was TikTok? Sorry, I gotta do a puzzle to get out of TikTok. I was 4 seconds away, don't you do it to me? Woo! My TikTok almost got shut. Oh, dirtbag. Suck. Whatever. Hope you got that. They make it back. I messed around and didn't do. TikTok's got some crap on it where I have to do a. Man. Alright, see if we got my thumb. Hello, whatever. I kicked you guys off because I didn't do a puzzle on TikTok, so hope everybody else gets to make it back in, but whatever. Alright, back to work since TikTok just died. Let me go back to Facebook so I'm not ignoring you guys. What questions do you guys have? No questions. YouTube, no questions. So we'll stick with TikTok. I thought I was smart and got past the puzzle in time on TikTok, but I was not smart and I did not get past it in time. So it killed my life. So, whatever. Hope the guys make it back that was in earlier, but if they don't, then so be it. Hope you guys enjoy what I'm doing. So this is RG400. I've already been working on it on the other live that was just going just a second ago. Hey, what's up? Yeah, it killed my live because I didn't. Apparently, there's a puzzle you have to do about every hour on TikTok to prove that you're there on TikTok. And I was 4 seconds from completing the puzzle. I tried to do it twice, and it said apparently it wasn't close enough 2 different times, and then it killed my live. So, whatever. Yeah, RG400 is some good wire for sure. It's excellent. Does a good job. I use it a lot for jumpers. There's a lot of jumpers on my bench that you'll see RG400 coming out of that bird meter right there. I've got RG393 further back, and then I got some other stuff run over. But you can't run RG400 on an 80,000 watt dummy load, so yeah, that's just part of it. But you can run it on this 1,000 watt dummy load over here. I sold my 10,000 watt dummy load and my 5,000 watt dummy load. So I am down to 1,000 watt right now. I think, no, I have one more 5,000 watt dummy load left. I've got to be honest, actually finish putting that thing back together. What do you guys say? Let me go back here. What was said? I don't know. Whatever. Somebody will send me a message. Alrighty then. Nice and prettified. All good to go. So, I actually did something a while ago, and I made a mistake. I don't do that very often, but I did because I was too busy jabbering. And we didn't finish. So let's go ahead and finish all 3 of these together. And I'll get to work on it real quick. So coming on, do you have any fun suggestions for that? No, I have not too much. I got a lot of RF theory, but there's definitely certain fields that I haven't gotten into too much. So if you got any other if you have any information on it, I can give you a little bit of my input on it. But as of now, it's not a field that I play with too much. Alright. So I'll zoom in real quick on TikTok. Give me just a second. I got this hot enough while I'm doing some work. Yeah, it's pretty decent, I suppose. I'll put you guys a little bit closer. Facebook and YouTube. How far are you guys away? Let me zoom in some more and turn this over that way and pull up a little bit. I don't know. You guys might not be able to see as well as TikTok can. I do apologize in advance for not having the best of all camera angles, but I'm trying to move to one camera. It's not working. So I tried to do a whole stream. I have 2 gig service at my shop. But the problem is it's about 500 foot away, and I've got it on a bunch of mesh networks to bring it over here. So it's only about 120 meg by the time I get it over here. And I tried to go live on Streamlabs, and whenever I did that, it was just laggy. It didn't have enough bandwidth. Now, granted, I was trying to use 2 phones as like remote nodes at the same time for extra camera angles, and I was trying for 3 camera angles. But we will absolutely have to run an Ethernet cable for that one to work. So it is what it is. All right, rotating over here. Just a second. one down. Gotta clean up a lot of the rosin. That one's done. This is a bit of overkill. It's not a requirement by all means for RG400, but it is something I will be doing on mine, just because it's something that the fluoropolymer based wire can handle. Other wire cannot handle this. You cannot do this with 213. You cannot do this with RG8X. You cannot do this with 214. You can't do it with 217. You can't do it with 218. You can do it with 214. I'm sorry, I lied. But there's certain things you just don't want to do. Now, 217 with regular PL259s, you will have to do this. But with like, say the LC style connectors, you can't do it with. So, but you can't do it with 8X. You can't do it with 223. You can't do it with a bunch of other smaller wires. Or 58, RG59. Neither one of those can you do this exact method. Alright. Thank you guys for liking the stream. Thank you guys for, if you guys like what I'm doing, feel free to follow me and check out what I do. I do appreciate all of you guys. I already zoomed in. Did I zoom in? No, I didn't zoom in enough. I'll let you guys see a little bit better than that. Alright, so Facebook and YouTube, I think you guys can see pretty well, but I'll have to go over to that camera angle in just a second. I can't. Sometimes I have to keep soldering while it's nice and warm, otherwise it won't bond properly. So it's not one of those things that I want to deal with right now. Doesn't matter, but it's irritating. There's a little bit of extra solder that got on the edge. I'm working with a little bit larger solder today, so I'm getting used to it. I normally use a little bit smaller, and it's over here to my right, but I'm just trying to use up what's left of this solder. Not that I have to or anything, or it's a requirement. It's just me being OCD and just getting tired of seeing it here. Alright, you guys got questions, y'all feel free to ask. Go over here to Facebook real quick and see what the heck's going on over here. It's not the best camera angle. I think I can back it up just a smidge. Maybe you guys can see it better. What I'm doing is watching for that solder to wick in. As soon as it wicks in, it's up to temperature. There you go, wicked in, now it's up to temperature. That means I can actually solder to it quickly and efficiently. A lot of guys will try to waste a lot of time getting up to temperature, and then they'll heat up the entire surface entirely too much, and the solder will not place properly. What it'll try to do is it'll try to go to the lowest point. And that's not what you're going for. You're going for even coverage on each one of these locations. You're also trying to cover, this corner over here. Don't do it. That's what she looks like over there on TikTok. See how she covers all the holes. That's the goal for it. Facebook, I think you guys can see pretty well. We're just covering all our holes. Alright, so I got these two done, these three done. What's 1, 2, 3. Also do not have this one done, so let's get to work on it. What's up, Scott? Apologize for not seeing him 36 minutes ago. I see note and hello, but I didn't see anything else. Shane, I'm sorry I didn't, I don't know what you mean by the camera angle. Camera turning around. I apologize for messing that up earlier. Hello, YouTube. Hope you guys are doing well. Alright, back to TikTok. Alright, so you guys are not asking as many questions, but I really appreciate you guys being here regardless. It doesn't hurt my feelings if you guys don't ask questions. Sometimes it does make me kind of boring, just being quite honest with you. I try to answer questions just because it keeps the conversation going. But I can also stick with just explaining you guys how this stuff works. So, this is originally a coax connector designed for like RG8, RG213, and things like that. It has a reducer to get it to come down to RG400, also RG8X, and multiple other coaxes, including RG58 and RG59. So, whenever you use a coax with a reducer, it does, to some degree, cause you... Let me turn this camera real quick over there. I think that'll be better for you guys on Facebook. It causes you to put a coax together different than you would on a specific type of coax connector. Like if it's designed for a specific type of cable, then of course the installation would end up being different than if you was to just wire it up on a multi-purpose connector. So I went ahead and cut that just a little far, so I'm just going to go ahead and straighten this out and knock out that little bit of edge on top. You don't have to deal with it later. You can't pull this off by hand because this is a very low friction coefficient wire. It's a fluoropolymer called FEP, fluorinated ethylene propylene. The shield is a dual braided silver plated copper jacket. Inside is going to be a Teflon dielectric with a stranded center conductor that is also silver plated copper. This is generally used in aeronautics and aerospace, so you would see a lot of this stuff in very high temperature environments. This coax is rated to handle over 500 degrees with no problems, so that's why you see me put a torch on it and you guys don't have to be worried about me melting the coax. You would not be able to do that with other PVC style coaxes like RG8X and things like that. So, just a disclaimer for those guys who look at my videos and want to copy what I'm doing on a different style wire. You can't do that. Oh, I wish I could see. There we go. Alright, I'm going to finish this connector real quick, and then I've got to kill it a little bit early. I will be back later. I've just got to work out a shipment. I may come back and go live. I may not. I might not go live when I come back. I don't know. But this just shows you how this stuff goes together. So this is the reducer that comes up next. It goes up like this, locks into place right on the shield, and now you have a mechanical connection on the shield itself. Solder the center conductor now. On through. Clean her up. Next, we'll go ahead and add a little bit of solder to the shield. Like this. We'll heat that up. Next, we'll go ahead and go to the next hole. Now that we're already preheated, go ahead and add solder to that and wait for it to wick. So what happens is if we add a lot of heat for a long period of time, you'll see it kind of wick into the joint. Don't want to overload it with too much solder, because what happens is it'll end up spilling on the outside. So you do got to keep in mind how much solder you're adding. It's not going to hurt anything as long as it doesn't get into these threads up here. It would be fine. So even if you screw up a little bit, it's not going to be the end of the world. So don't feel like you can't try, because you'll just screw it up or some crap like that. There's literally nothing wrong with it. It won't hurt anything. You can cover this whole outside and solder, and it would be fine. So, this is all done. Finish this one up right here. All finished up and good to go. There, go ahead and run this up. I've got more to build, but I've got to take a slight intermission. I will be back, maybe, if everything goes well. Hope you guys are having a good evening. I apologize for having the cut out in the middle, but it's just part of it. Life happens and things got to be done. If anybody wants anything, I have RG400. I have all kind of bird stuff over here, a ton of bird slugs and all kinds of other stuff, power sections and things like that. I'll appreciate the follow. Thank you guys for hopping in here. Thank you guys for watching the live. If you guys feel free to give me a shout, feel free to like the live, feel free to check out my other videos. Maybe it'll show you some more of my lives. If you like them enough, feel free to follow. Thank you guys, and I will catch you guys here shortly. Appreciate y'all.